You've got a sweat on.
I've got a dreffing sweat on, mate.
To the point where I thought you'd come on this podcast crying.
You thought I was having a massive breakdown?
When you logged on, you genuinely looked like you'd been in tears.
I've just been sweating, mate.
Why have you been sweating so much? What, have you been closing your rings?
Well, I actually have closed my exercise ring, yeah.
Very well done. I will be going later and I will close mine.
Yeah. I haven't actually done very well on the other two because I've just had a load of shitting work on. I hate bloody work. I wish I didn't have to work. I wish I could give it up.
Yeah, we've said that a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what, right? I do, and then I think actually I wouldn't want to have nothing to do all the time.
No, but you'd fill it with other shit that you wanted to do.
Like what?
Well, for you, you'd be down the frigging gym 3 times a day.
Well, yeah, but I could do that. I just feel like there is something about like having a routine and something to do, isn't there?
No, right. I am okay.
Well, you're a lazy cow.
I'm okay with creating my own routine that doesn't involve work.
To be honest, though, you are nearly 50.
Exactly.
So you've worked for like 8 years longer than me.
Jeffin, I'm just bloody done with it, mate.
You're bloody
done with it.
You're bloody done with it, mate.
And I just have had one. You just have like Mondays.
Sweatshirt though.
Because it was jeffing freezing this morning, and that's the other thing.
To be fair to you, it was, and I did the classic thing of I put a jumper over the top of a t-shirt so that I could take my t-shirt off if I got too hot, which alas I've done, and I'm now in a short sleeve.
Alas, I have done that. Whereas I am in a sweatshirt, which I don't have a t-shirt under.
Just get your baps out. Just get your baps out, mate. Just sit in your bra. Just whip that off.
Yeah.
It's only like a bikini.
Exactly. And
give the people of YouTube and Instagram what they want, which is you whapping your baps out.
And actually, I mean, we could do naked records because, I mean, your camera's actually slightly lower than mine, so you might see a little bit of areola.
Areola? You think my breasts are right up by my neck?
But actually, your breasts are looking bigger.
Mate, it's because my stomach's not as big, isn't it?
It's because you've lost 2 of your stomachs.
I don't think I've lost 2 yet. I think I've probably lost 1.5.
1 out of 3.
Out of 3, I've got about 5 more to go. I'm like a cow. I've got like 7 stomachs.
I mean, you might lose your gunt/apron. Perhaps.
Oh, for sure I will. Definitely. It's already starting to go.
Do you think you're going to have a skin issue?
Yeah.
Shit.
I have started taking collagen because that really helps. Powdered collagen really helps with skin elasticity. So I have started taking collagen. But yeah, look, there's a part of me that's like, oh, I'd quite like to get baggy skin because that means I've done an amazing thing. Obviously, I don't want, I then have to think about having an operation. But God,
the aesthetics. You don't want the aesthetics.
But if you get to the point where you've got baggy skin, you have lost a shit ton of weight. You've done it.
You've done well.
You've become... I tell you what, I put up an Instagram anonymous box last night and I got some real shit in there.
I did see that, yes.
People.
The thing is, Pats, you're always going to get this.
But hang on, somebody said, can't you lose weight quietly? Do you need a pat on the back? No, mate, I need a pat on the back. Do you know how fucking hard this is? On the back immediately.
I mean, I think the thing is you are a person that needs a lot of patting, hence your name is Patty.
Oh, fucking hell. Talk about Ange loving team haters. Oh my God. Anybody else that was getting this shit that was on this podcast, you'd be like, oh God, that's not on. Oh, that they shouldn't have said that to you. Me? Well, the thing is though, Pats, you do need a lot of patting. This means Mel Wiggins is going to send in a voice note with about 40 billion stories. If you don't know what we're on about, go back to one of the old episodes. One of my best friends constantly sends in voice notes to Ange saying, I can't wait to see Ruth in a hat. Well, the thing is with Ruth, she just gets really into stuff. She's going to send in about 8 voice notes saying, well, there was one time in 1998 when Ruth really came in and needed a massive pat on the back.
But you do. I think that's just your nature. I think you do need.
Do you know what your nature is? Do you know what your nature is?
Bloody great, mate.
Bitch face. Somebody did messaged me on Instagram saying, do you think these nasty anonymous ones are Ange? And I was like, absolutely not.
I mean, I wouldn't have to do it anonymously.
No, you just do it to my face.
Exactly.
Well, you're doing it right now to my face.
No, but not in a bad... I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean,
no,
that's
I'm
just
only joking.
Your nature is that you do need a lot of...
I do, yeah.
Reassurance.
Yeah, for sure.
Validation.
Is everything okay? And have I done a good job? Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's just your nature. And I think that's why people who don't know you, aka people in the social media realms, you know, they don't. So when they see your post on this, they're going to be like, "Oh bloody hell, she just needs a pat on the back all the time." Whereas God. I just all
the time, right? Hang on. Let's just do another couple of seconds on here. No, wait. I have been doing this since April now. Yes, I've put stories up. That's really been for motivation of other people. Now, I started putting stories up and I did get an influx of messages of people saying, you're really helping me move my body more.
Totally,
that's why I came back. Right. I haven't put up a before and after picture. I've been doing this for 7 months. And this is the first point I've gone, whoa.
I know.
Take a minute.
I'm not underestimating.
You're underestimating.
What you did.
You're underestimating.
But I can see why some people might find that like overload.
I see what you're saying.
Which is not like I loved what you put on like an actual post and showing. I love that. I commented on it because I was like, this is amazing. Exactly. So it's not because I think you shouldn't.
Listen, your team hater is fine. We've all figured it out. It came from you. Your team hater.
I am the anonymous messenger.
Well, can you stop? Because there were loads last night of people like giving me shade. So can you stop?
Okay, I won't send any more. I'll just say it to your face from now on.
Perfect. Anyway, we have had, talking of needing a pat on the back, we're going to pat ourselves on the back now, both of us.
Let's bloody go for it, Pats.
Because I don't know about you, Ange, but I have had so many messages from people. I tried to screenshot a few and then other messages came in, but just loads of messages from people saying, I'm so happy you're back. You went away for too long. Don't go away for that long again.
I know, it's been lovely. And we even had people messaging while we were on the hiatus.
Oh yeah. When are you back?
People going, when are you back? Like, you've been away a long time now. Can't speak. What is wrong with me?
It's because you've got a sweat on. It's that sweatshirt. Whap your baps out. You'll be fine.
Whap your baps out. But yeah, it's just so lovely that, because you do kind of just think, oh, actually, if we disappear for a couple of months, no one's going to Jeffin notice. No one's going to
No one's going to give a shit.
But actually, lots of people did. And loads of people just said how lovely it was that we were back. And the fact that they can actually watch us on the YouTube.
Yeah, so let's talk about this.
Yes.
If you don't know, now I put the wrong link up on my stories this past week.
I think I put the right one up.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, because Trick sent me one, yeah.
But just to let you all know, this is now, you can watch a full uncut video recorded version on the YouTube.
The YouTube.
So don't stop listening. Don't stop listening on your podcast because we don't want those to go down. Don't just go to YouTube. Although, if we became YouTube stars.
Sensations. YouTube sensations. Yeah.
But if you want to watch this fully uncut, very loose, or as Ange said in our Finding the Funny group chat that we've got on Instagram, I think it's better to go for loser episodes. And I was like, loser. And then I thought, Ange never gets shit like that.
No,
maybe that is how you spell
loser.
Maybe she. So I googled it. I put in what she'd had, and it came up: loser, a person of, a person of not high ranking,
a shit person.
And I was like, she's got that wrong. I'm jumping on this.
You jumped on it, mate, and I was actually I was disgusted with myself, to be honest,
because I thought we never get this opportunity.
No, I mean, I correct you a lot.
Exactly. You correct everyone a lot. Anyone slips up on anything, says the wrong thing, doesn't quite get it right, spells the word wrong.
Straight on it, mate.
And I was like, oh my God, she's put, we're having a loser episode. I then did say, I think that's quite a good idea. Can we find the biggest national loser?
Biggest loser. I mean, it could be you, Pats.
There was a TV show, wasn't there, called The Biggest Loser?
There was.
Mate, let's recreate it on the pod.
You could be the biggest loser.
The Biggest Loser.
With your saggy skin.
Imagine if I lost like 12 stone.
We wouldn't be able to see you, mate.
Blowout.
That is a big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find out in a... Oh, wait! What I've lost since I've been on Ozempic. Yeah.
Will you share that information?
Yeah, I'll share.
I mean, of course
I don't want to...
I need another pat on the back for that.
Look at me having a go at you for saying I need a pat on the back. Will you share? Of course I'll fucking share. I want everyone to be like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're so amazing.
Oh yeah, you're amazing. Well done, Patty. You're amazing. Keep going. Be strong. You're strong. We love you. You're amazing. Keep going. Let me pat you on the back.
Oh, that is hilarious. Yeah. So I will. I mean, if I've only lost like 3 pounds, I'm not going to. It's like you've been on these weight loss drugs for 2 months now. You've been hitting the gym hard. You've been in a massive calorie deficit.
Do you have a figure in your mind of
3 stone?
That's what you want, Doctor
to
whatever
have lost in the last 2 months. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your.
If I've done 3 stone, if I've done 3 stone in 2 months, which I actually think I could have.
Especially like, I mean, any diet when you first start it, and obviously this is, not so much a diet, but a lifestyle change. You always tend to lose a lot at the start anyway, don't you? And obviously with the added aid of the Ozempic. Yeah, that is going to have a massive impact on that as well, isn't it?
Well, I hope so. I mean, look, it's interesting, because I had quite a lot of people message me on the anonymous box that I put up last night and say things like, but how, it was really interesting just to go off on a tiny little bit of a tangent, because I had quite a few messages from people saying, but the thing that I find really strange about, like, I haven't gone on Ozempic yet and I'm really thinking about it. And the thing is, I often eat when I'm not hungry, because obviously Ozempic does suppress your appetite. That is one of the biggest things that it does.
Of course.
And it keeps you fuller for longer. But I had lots of very honest people message me on my anonymous box saying, but I will often eat when I'm not hungry. Like, I don't understand how it's just suppressing my appetite. I think when you've got a real problem with obesity, hunger isn't your issue. But that is the thing about this drug. It has turned the noise off around food. So I just don't think about food
about it. Yeah.
The way that I used to.
In the same way.
Yeah. And so I don't eat now when I'm not hungry, because I don't think the only time I think about food is when I go, oh, I think I'm starting to get a bit hungry. I'm going to have something to eat. Whereas before it was like,
it would have
just
just been habit.
Yeah. When am I going to have this? I've got to eat. It's lunchtime. I haven't had a snack today. I'm going to have a chocolate bar. Oh, when I get home, I'm going to have a McDonald's. Like, just this subconscious noise around food the whole time. And that has gone. Interestingly, I suppose the biggest question is, what happens when you come off it?
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it?
Because does that food noise come back?
Yeah. And I suppose that is the thing that, you will only really know for sure when you stop taking it, isn't it?
Exactly.
But yeah. Well, let's wait and see what your big loss is, mate. Whether you are actually the biggest loser.
Well, I'll be the biggest loser out of us two, wouldn't I?
Exactly.
In more ways than one.
Now then, we should just also touch on, because there were so many people that messaged last week about that Facebook group message and the sticks.
Oh yeah.
There were loads of people that were just saying they get
this is hilarious.
That was like top tier Facebook group chat.
Although I think we have to say that Snedders did shit herself, because she was like, what if our friends listen to the podcast? She was like, how many listeners do you get in Scotland? We were like, I think it's just one actually, Snedders. Yeah. Oh, fine.
I don't need to worry, mate. I think
you worry about that, mate.
Yeah, no one's going to find out. Yeah. But we had another great message in from one of our pals, and someone who has actually listened to our podcast from day one.
I know. Isn't she just brilliant?
Shout out Carol Grant.
Because she's known us since we were wee nippers.
We nippers.
And
she's always so supportive.
Lovely.
Whenever we see her, she's like, oh my gosh, I've got to talk to you about that episode.
Yeah.
I was wetting my pants on the M40. Yeah. She comes up with all of those things that have occurred to her. Anyway, she sent us, off the back of the Facebook chat.
Yeah.
So she sent through a message, and this is the message came with it. This may be more relevant for bonfire night, but I was listening to you talking about Facebook community pages, and it made me think of this post, which has made me giggle every year from the first time I read it. This is the post. So this is all to do around bonfire night, firework night.
Yeah.
This is the message that went on one of the community groups.
Community.
My poor pussy can't take any more of this relentless banging. Now, she went on to say, it is obviously someone having a laugh at the locals' ridiculous posts on these pages, but could be something your listeners would appreciate. Much love, and thank God you are back. And when I read that, my poor pussy can't take any more of this relentless banging. It's just so brilliant. And that I mean, those pages are gold for that shit, aren't they?
Absolute gold. I just had a couple of messages from people saying, like, listen to the pod this week. Are people actually that stupid that they think it's burglars? Like, so many people were just like, what? They actually have convinced themselves this is a
Have
threat.
You got a brain?
A threat.
A threat.
A threat. We are being threatened by sticks. Threatened. Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a cracking message, and just Carol Grant, we bloody love you. So thanks very much for sending that in.
Now you've got a tits for us.
I've got a tit. I got a tits.
You got a tits.
I've actually got. I've got.
Get them out and
get
tell
the
us your
maps
tits.
out. I've actually got such a list of tits on my phone now.
Have you?
A list of actual
C cup,
D cup, pert, saggy.
Yeah. Big areolas, small areolas.
Yes. Lots of a range of tits are on my phone now, which is great.
Great.
So I've been looking. I'm like, I don't know which one to do. But I'm gonna go for this one because it's a fairly recent one.
Okay.
That has really kind of been bothering me of recent time. And the thing that's getting in my tits is the overuse. Oh,
little massive hiccup. That was a really big hiccup.
It was. You actually fully went back. You were thrown back. I actually do really like hiccups, though.
Me too.
I love a hiccup.
Me too, but not if they go on for too long. There is a cut-off point where you're like, this is annoying now. But the start of hiccups coming on, oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. I love talking and then hoping for a hiccup mid-word. And when people go, do you want me to try and stop it for you? No, I like it actually, Susan.
Not quite at that point yet.
I'm enjoying it. Okay, so the thing that is getting on my tits is the overuse of the word wild to describe shit.
Oh, I use that a lot.
Yeah. You and the rest of the fucking world. What happens that some people start saying, God. And the thing is, you're describing something wild, like you had a strawberry for your pudding. It was wild.
I'm not listening. I've literally zoned out. I'm here, but I'm not here because all I can hear is you, for the second time on this podcast, taking the piss out of me. It's the word wild.
No. Why? Where has it started? Who started using wild?
Well, I don't think it is overused. I think I just use it quite a lot.
No.
Oh.
I've noticed you use it every bloody fucker on some sort of social media, mainly Instagram, is wilding about shit that's not wild.
Wilding.
I don't understand it if you were saying, I've just been on this safari and it was wild. Yeah, great, because you're in the wild. You're seeing lions and tigers.
You
and
actually
elephants
just
and
said lions. You're seeing lions. You're seeing Liza Minnelli in the wild.
I mean, that would be wild. If you
Marty's
were seeing
just
Liza
about to
Minnelli
come through the front door, you'll hear a creak. Here he comes. Kia's gone in. He's struggling with the lock. He's struggling with the lock here, lads. Oh, he's really having difficulty.
Oh, is he in?
He's coming through the door now.
Marty!
Greetings, Matthew. Greetings, finding the funny.
Well done, Marty. That was really
Marty.
Beautiful. Well done. Lovely entrance.
He's going on the bike. Anyway.
Right.
Wild. So I do think, so for me, I got into a size 18 trouser this weekend. That is wild.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That is wild. Yes.
It's not wild. It's amazing. It's brilliant. Wild.
Why can't you use wild in that context?
Because it's not. Wild should be reserved for things that are actually wild.
I disagree with
jumping out of an aircraft, wild. You going on a safari, I actually am struggling to talk.
You've got a real issue today.
I know. I don't know what it is.
What's going on, mate? When we FaceTimed earlier, I didn't think you seemed quite yourself. You got really stressy.
I didn't. Yeah. I think I'm on the old Brenda, innit?
Oh,
Brenda periods.
Is Brenda in now?
She's in. Yeah, she arrived yesterday.
Well, then you should have chilled out then.
No, because sometimes I actually get worse.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, Brenda. Yeah. I mean, I can be fine beforehand. The minute it hits, bang. Like, come at me and I will shoot you in the face.
You were really stressy on the phone.
I know. This is what happens.
I think I should go. Bloody hell. Mate.
This is what happens, though. I just get all ranty and little things just piss me off.
Like the word wild.
But that does, I mean, this is nothing to do with my period. This is just getting on my tits. Because it's just being used too much. Everything's wild. I went for a coffee later. It was wild.
No, I'd never say it when wild. I'd never say I went for a coffee and it was wild. I'd never say that.
Well,
I'd always use it. I'd always use it in the context of like, oh my God, I've done that and that is wild. Like, this is wild for me. Like,
no. It's become a trend. It's become a new thing that everyone says, and everyone jumps on a fucking wild bandwagon.
I am taking this to a poll Thursday morning on the gram. I'm putting up a poll. Is wild overused too much?
Yes, and let's see whether you're in Angie's camp or you're in Patty's camp. Please be in Angie's camp.
I think a lot of people will be in Angie's camp. I get a lot of shit on this podcast. Everyone always agrees with you. Everyone's always like, yeah, ripped jeans, they're shit, I'm Team Angie. Yeah, overuse of the word wild, I'm Team Angie. I'm in my such and such era, that's bullshit, I'm Team Angie. So,
well, there we go. Let's just see. Some people might like the wild thing. I don't. It's getting on my tits, and I think people need to cut the use of it, or at least only use it if you're going on safari.
Okay, well,
okay,
that's wild in itself. So
there's my tits.
Can I just say, Lucy of Lucy Loves Rich fame is bringing the gold.
Oh, she's on fire.
Moment.
She is bringing
fire. The gold.
She is wild.
I got what can only be described as hilarious voice notes from Lucy.
And she's up north, isn't she? She's northern, so she talks like that.
So, shall I play them to you? Martin, I know you're going to have to cut this out, sorry, but shall I play them and make sure Ange can hear them and then send them to you? Great. Okay. Just give me a second. I'm just going to find them.
Okay, my tails.
So I'm going to put this to the mic.
I'm going to put this to the
mic,
baby,
and hope that you can hear it. She is quite quiet when she speaks, so
I've got another thing.
Right, let me turn her up.
Turn her up, love.
Hang
on.
Thing, but it won't fit in the box. Airport drop-off parking. What the actual fuck? All people want to be able to do is nip in,
and nip out.
Get the loved ones out the car, give them a kiss, have a good holiday, then off they go. What? 5-10 minutes at the most?
Yeah.
But no.
No.
Somebody has decided that, we need more money. We need more money. So therefore, we'll barrier it all off. We'll put yellow lines everywhere so you can't drop them at the start of the airport by the opening or anything like that. Because the CCTV camera's up now, double yellow lines. And if you get caught, you get, hung out to dry. With everybody laughing at you because you've parked there. You've dared to think you could stop there.
Right, that's the first one. This is the second one.
So you have to go to the actual barriers, go under it, drop through. You got anything bigger than a Nissan Micra? You can't get under the barrier and you have to go through to the bigger one where the buses go. And, that's not acceptable. You drive in, 3.5 seconds, kick them out of the car and get out of there because it costs you £1 million. You can't stay any more than the 3.5 seconds because it goes up to £2 million. It's absolutely bloody ridiculous. These money-grabbing bloody, I don't know, definitely needs to get in shit in tits.
This is the last one.
This is brilliant.
And to top it all off, you then forget to say have a good holiday because you're so worried about being charged £1 million for dropping them off. You just basically kick them out and piss off. The poor buggers are just left spinning.
The poor buggers are just left spinning.
Because you have to do it all in 3.5 seconds. You just kick them out of the car, tell them to piss off.
She is so right.
Oh my God. What has happened to drop off parking at the airport?
Well, they're fucking charging you a fortune.
It's a joke. Luton Airport, I am talking directly to you now. It is £10 to go through the drop-off. £10, or you get a £50 fine.
That's more than Heathrow is a £5.
Yeah, Luton is a £10.
Robbing bastards.
When I played those voice notes, I was like, that is true.
That is so true.
It is cost, and you have to 3.5 seconds, and you have to pay £1 million, and you've got to do it in 3.5 seconds because if you stay another 3.5 seconds, it's £2 million. It's like Heathrow is like a £5, and then it goes up by like £1.50 for every extra minute you're in.
Yeah, and if you don't pay it, because I have
hung out to dry.
I've been hung out to dry, and then I had to pay 20 quid because I didn't pay the £5.
That is wild.
And actually, that does apply now. We can use wild now.
Oh, I see. It's not Safari, but because it's you getting a parking fine, that is wild.
That is wild. That is absolutely wild.
When I listened to those voice notes from Lucy, I was like, that is dickish. That is tits. That is exactly the kind of rant we want on this podcast.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And actually, it's really lovely when we get voice notes that we can actually chuck in. So if you have got anything that is really getting on your tits, like
rant
that,
away.
And you feel you've got to let this out somewhere.
Yeah,
this is a safe space,
mate.
This is safe.
Do what Lucy did. Slide into our DMs.
Chuck us a message.
Give us 3 classically funny voice notes back to back. And
I also think that I think the northern accent just adds to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Her just.
But it's also her timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get in there, all you want is 5-10 minutes max. You got to kick the buggers out of the car, tell them to leave, forget to wish them a happy holiday. You kick them out, and the poor buggers are left spinning. It's true though, isn't it? The flap you get into, it's like, quick, get out. Right, if you've got your hand on, right, I've got to go because it's going to cost me £45,000. See you, bye.
Yeah, it is
and
actually
then,
disgusting.
If you ever fly anywhere long haul with Mal, what Mal will do is say, should we just pray? Not time for a prayer, mate. Pray you don't get a ticket. That's what I can pray. Well, we're going to be fine. We're going in. We've got duty free. No time constraints. Got to keep an eye on the board. Yeah. We're going to get some food. You want to pray for us? Pray for yourself.
Pray for yourself, mate. That you get out of here without it costing you 5 million quid.
Pray that CCTV's not working because you've spent 20 minutes praying for asking the Holy Spirit to be bestowed upon us. You're done for, pal.
Oh, that is such a brilliant message.
Completely cracked me up, and I just thought Angie is going to love that.
Well done, Luce. You're coming in strong, mate. You're coming in strong.
She is absolutely bossing it.
She really is. She just, and I think that's the thing. It's just noticing things around you. That's like, I mean, that's basically what we chat about the whole bloody time.
All the time.
But I just think it's that stuff that you think, oh my gosh, I have experienced the fucking robbing bastards taking money off me to drop my loved ones at the airport.
At the airport.
Yeah.
Who made that a thing? Putting barriers in for the drop-off?
If you're driving anything bigger than a Nissan
Micra, you're not going to get under the barrier, so you've got to go round. You feel like a right dick. You've got to go where all the coaches are.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Really good.
Right, we'll end with a quick urban, shall we?
Yes, we haven't done an urban for a while, actually.
I've got an urban for you.
Okay, Pats, hit me.
Soulless patch. So soulless is all one word. Patch.
Soulless patch. Is it sort of anything to do with like your garden or your if you're growing, I don't know, food and shit?
No, it is sort of to do with growth.
Right. Is it to do with like something to do with like your bodily hair or something?
Right, you're close.
Okay, yeah.
Shall I tell you?
Go on, tell me.
A soulless patch is the clean-shaven area just under the lip. It's often surrounded by a goatee or found below a cookie duster. I assume that's like a moustache in American terms.
America, yeah.
Shave off that soul patch, bro. The soulless patch is the way to go. That tiny little bit that men just shave off under their lip.
Why do they do that?
It's dickish. But lots of people do have a soulless patch.
But also, some men just keep that bit and shave the rest.
What is that about?
I mean, you've got a soulless
chin
garden.
How do you feel about... I'm going to say this because I know that he doesn't listen, although he might do.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Chris Kamara's moustache?
I mean,
it's not really a moustache, is it? He does listen.
He does listen, yeah. Chris
it's like it's drawn on with a pencil, isn't it?
But that's the thing, isn't it? Why do some men choose to just have a slither above their top lip?
Yeah.
Or just the little patch below the bottom lip?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you feel about...
How do you feel about a goatee? How do you feel about a goatee is what you're going to ask.
I don't mind a goatee.
Just like... Hasn't Joel got a goatee?
Yeah, so I'm saying I don't mind a goatee.
I don't.
But that's because he gets patches everywhere else. He can't... I don't think he's quite... I don't think his puebes have fully come through. Obviously, they have down below.
I can't believe we're having this conversation about your 21-year-old son and my 21-year-old nephew. Let's move on. Let's not talk about like Joel's pubes anymore. No, I don't know what you mean, Andrea. I don't know what you mean. I don't know why we're talking about Joel's pubes. I don't know what you mean.
I just feel like some men can't really fully grow a big beard, so they then have to reduce it.
Which is why then you get those men that do have a beard. I love beards.
Do you? No.
Yeah.
Not great, big, massive ones.
No. Like Marty's got a great beard. It's brilliant. He keeps on top of it. He keeps it in check. He looks so much better. He looks so much better with a beard than without, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think a lot of men, you take a beard off and they just instantly become
unattractive.
Pigs. Yeah. You literally go, mate, you've made a massive mistake there.
You've made an error there, pal.
Yeah, you need to get that back on quick.
I actually think men that can be clean shaven is quite hard. That's a hard look to put off.
I agree. I agree with you, Pats.
If you're going, you're quite fit and you're completely clean shaven, that is a hard look to pull off these days.
Would you, if you were a bloke, would you have a? I think you'd have quite a big beard.
I wouldn't have a big beard. I'd have a beard.
I think you'd have a big beard.
No, I wouldn't.
Why would you? Yeah, but you get sort of hairy chins now.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Do you know what? I found a hair on my chin.
Gutted. Honestly, flick the face. Welcome to having to tweezer that.
You know my mate Sula.
Yeah, big cussy.
She does the old. Have a couple of those
on the side.
Have a couple of those. V's on the side.
V's on the side.
Of those. V's on the side.
You'll have to go and watch the YouTube video now to show.
If you want to see the V's on the side.
See what you do.
The V's on the side.
Yeah, so I just thought that was quite funny. The soulless patch.
Just
that little bit of soft
under
skin,
your lip.
Under the lip. Completely clean shaven. Massive beard everywhere else.
Maybe it just doesn't grow there.
No, because that guy was saying, dude, don't have a soul patch. A soulless patch is the way to go. But also, that would be quite hard to shave, wouldn't it? To just keep that bit, like, tidy.
Trimmed, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, there we go, gang. We've covered a lot there.
We have. That's the end of another episode.
Bosh, in the bag. There you go. Enjoy.
Now, there's loads of ways that you can get in touch with us. Remember, we've already said that you can send us a voice note if you wish to.
Yes.
But the ways you can get in touch with us is you can find Ange and I both on Instagram. I'm at Ruth_Corden. She's at Ange Corden.
You can find the podcast on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and no, I've said that wrong. I've said that in the wrong order. You can find the podcast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Just search Finding the Funny Podcast.
Or you can send us an email, findingthefunnypodcast@gmail.com. Ange and I will be back next week helping you to find more of the funny.